Guys, I want you to know that the habits don't matter if you don't have any fucking vision, because the vision is why we have the habits. And so if you want to actually realize your potential, well, it doesn't begin in the habits itself. It begins in the vision you have for yourself, and then you recreate yourself by enforcing that through habits, which validate the individual you need to become to reflect what you want in the external. And so you guys are playing the game backwards. You do the habits, you go to the gym, you do the notebook, and you're doing everything right, but you're missing something, and so the entire structure falls apart. You can do everything correct, but if you don't have the fundamental core of what the fuck you need, which is vision, well, everything you do is going into nothing, and you're literally just inputting static. And so you have to actually see vision, and you have to broadcast a signal instead of being a static fucking signal on the radio. The vision is the broadcast, and then the habits are the alignment towards. And you guys will never have vision, and you guys will always remain static because you can't look in the mirror and confront that fucking bitch. Holy fuck. How long are you gonna sit there and fucking feel through life? You guys are static pieces of fucking shit, reverberating nothing but etheric garbage. You have to understand that if we could go into your mind, we would realize how shit you are as an individual. I mean, your mind is literal rabbit shit, and it's time to go look in that fucking mirror. All you guys do is reinforce this shit character that you are, this envious bitch who sits on the sideline, doesn't do shit with his time, just wastes it, gets mad at the world. It's the world's fault I'm a bitch. It's not my fault. You know, it's everything outside of me that's rendering me powerless. It's not that pussy ass bitch in the mirror I refuse to confront. It's not the static ass shit I do. It's not the no vision and the seeing nothing higher for myself shit that I do. You guys don't understand that what you do is creating. You're actively in a state of creative consciousness playing the game of life. And you guys are not in creator consciousness mode. You guys are in a reactive, static, self-depleting, self-debilitating primate. I'm going to waste my life and do nothing with it. Fat ass bitch, addicted out of shape type shit mode. And so what the fuck we have to get through your fucking brain is that if you want to switch modes, well, you have to look in a fucking mirror and you have to see something more for yourself. You have to say, fuck, I don't believe I'm worth a fat body. Fuck, I don't believe I'm worth a shit life. And what the fuck do I need to do to get to that level? Okay, so first I have to realize that, you know, the individual in the mirror is producing this life. And if this life is going to be sustained through sustenance, well, then it's because of the person in the fucking mirror and not anything outside of me. And then once you realize that it's the individual in the mirror, now you create awareness in your mind to actually create movement, because now you're aware to the fact you're the problem. Now you can create movement and momentum in the direction of creating yourself in a higher image, so you're no longer reflecting whatever the fuck that pandemonium shit is in the fucking mirror when you step out your fucking house and you live in this endless cycle of self-depleting habits. When you look in the mirror, and the mirror of life, by the way, because the universe is a mirror, and the lack of intelligence that you have is why you're rendered inferior mentally, because you can't look in a mirror, aka life, and realize that you are missing out on the most completed, most wholesome, most best version of you. You can't look at your life and say, fuck, I'm missing something in me, and that's why I always seek something outside of me in desperation. You guys input Pornhub, you output desperation, and here you are searching for something outside of you to be the fixing the final puzzle piece to your puzzle. But the problem is that the piece is not outside of you, it's inside of you, and you become the piece by rearranging the puzzle. But you guys don't want to do that. You guys want to sit there and you want to conform. You don't want to be the best version of you. You want to look like the best version of you. You don't want to actually be and do the work and what it needs to actually provide that to yourself. You want to be the person who appears to be it. And so you'll look like it, but you'll never actually fucking be it. You may show up and you may pretend to be that, but deep down, you guys have done nothing for yourself at the highest level. You guys are productive at being bitches. You guys are productive at failing. And so when you see something monumental, it's now beyond you. You will feel so much on an infinite cycle that when you see something beautiful, it's no longer possible for you. When you saw the Ferrari, that shit was impossible. When the external stimuli fucking provided you information through photons, the first thing that hit your fucking mind, the first thing your brain did when it discharged electricity is, fuck, I'm never gonna attain that shit. And this is why you guys will forever remain on this cyclical cycle of dying a bitch. And so until you look in the mirror and realize that your identity is shit, and the habits that back that shit up is the reason why you're a hardened shell of nothing but shame and apathy, putting on a psychological mask so no one can see the void which you are. This is why you have to appear to be. This is why you have to conform. This is why you perform. Don't you ever realize that, maybe if you stopped forcing the smile, your smile would go away? If your smile is not genuine and authentic, it's not real. So when you look in the mirror, realize you're not real and do some shit to change and recreate and build something in a higher image, because you do only live once. Your life is a reflection of your self-worth, and all I can do is give you the words. All I can do is give you the expression of what I've found in myself. All I can do is give you what I have. I can't give you more than what I have, but what I have is myself. And so I could provide the enlightenment of which I've fostered through overcoming myself. And so most of you guys, you seek to give people what you don't have. You guys don't have actual love, but you want to give someone love. This is why your relationships never fucking work out. This is why if you actually became your authentic self, you would realize that all that shit would fall apart, because you guys are not yourself. But I can guide you towards that way. And so the best thing to do is to do the mirror in the confrontation. Then after you do that, you realize that the habits are nothing but static if you're not broadcasting a signal. So what does that mean? When you have to tune into a radio, well, if you're tuning into static and nothing is playing on the radio, but the people in the studio are playing music thinking that the radio is working, but it's not, well, all the music that they played on the static channel doesn't fucking matter. And so what I want you to understand is that you need to ensure that you're broadcasting and you have a vision aligned, you have a signal towards above. And then every habit that you induce into yourself, aka everything you do, input versus output, everything you input into yourself is now in higher alignment with the signal that you broadcast. It's that fucking simple.